Sure, you can always shop around for flooring, but in the end, it all leads back to the one place you probably should have started, the experts at Carpet One. Save yourself the time and the hassle and let Carpet One help you find the right product at the right price. Beautifully installed, guaranteed. Come see the One, Carpet One, on the Business Loop in Columbia.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, November the 11th. We've got Jack Schultz with us from the MU Bond Life Science Center, one of the most interesting people you will ever sit down and have a conversation with. Name a topic, this guy can talk about it. Today, we're going to talk about Tasmanian devils.
Tasmanian devils, some people's favorite cartoon character.
Yeah.
He's this sort of snarly little guy that whirls around and stirs up clouds of dust and growls at everybody.
Yeah. See, I also thought, and you corrected me, I thought the Tasmanian devil was also a windstorm.
No, I think it's a dust devil.
Okay, a dust devil.
And there's a vacuum cleaner named after it, right? Dust devil.
There is.
Yeah.
Okay. But Tasmanian devils, let's talk about them.
It's an animal. It's a marsupial, like related to kangaroos and koala bears.
Yeah.
But not nearly as cute. It's size of a small dog. Kind of a cross between a bear and a raccoon kind of animal. And they're called devils for a variety of reasons, but one of which is they appear to people to be kind of mean. They growl and snarl and bite each other.
They bite each other in the face.
Yeah, it seems to be an important part of a mating ritual and communication among them. Males especially bite each other in the face.
And you were telling me when they bite each other in the face, they also are spreading cancer, the only type of cancer that is
contagious.
Contagious?
Right, yeah. It was a major discovery a few years ago. Actually, people have known about it for about 20 years, but it got so bad over the last 10 years that there was fear that Tasmanian devils would be extinct by now.
Because of them spreading the cancer among themselves.
Right.
So, but they're not.
They're not, and the reason is that over the 20 years, they appear to have evolved resistance to this cancer. There are about 7 genes in the Tasmanian devil collection of genes that have changed over 20 years and seem to be related to being more resistant to this cancer. So right now, new Tasmanian devils that are being born are mostly resistant to this cancer.
So I would assume that research is being done.
Oh,
Hopefully that some good news will come out of this as far as cancer treatments for humans.
People are really targeting what those 7 genes do to see if there's a cancer cure in there.
The other thing that you were excited about with the Tasmanian devils is the fact that new antibiotics have been discovered. 6 new antibiotics have been discovered in the Tasmanian devil's milk.
Right. Now, Tasmanian devils are marsupials like kangaroos. When you think of that kind of animal, what characteristics come to mind? Marsupials have...
Well, they have a lot of babies.
They do, but where do the babies go?
Oh, in their pouch.
In their pouch.
In the pouch.
Okay. So marsupial babies, are born extremely immature. They're all very, precocious. Okay. Premature is the right word. That's why they have to hang out in the pouch. Okay. Then they are born without an immune system. So here they are in this warm pouch, all nice and warm and humid and everything, and they have no disease resistance. And people have wondered for a long time how it is that marsupial babies get through this long period of their life without ever getting sick.
Because they're drinking mama's milk.
Right.
And mom's milk has...
antibiotics.
6 antibiotics.
At least. In fact, you and I have one of the 6. Or at least a relative. These are small proteins. They're called peptides. That's just a very short protein. You and I have one that's similar to the ones they have, but they have 6 others that are similar to ours but different. And each one of them appears to be very promising as a powerful antibiotic.
Now, and the reason you're excited about this and research is excited about it is because, as we know, we have heard over time now that the overuse of antibiotics by most people is causing diseases to be resistant to the antibiotics that we have. If a new super antibiotic can be discovered, and hopefully from the Tasmanian devil, this could make all the difference in the world in life and death for folks.
It could, and people are starting to examine the milk of koalas and kangaroos and all sorts of relatives of the devil.
So how long would it take
to develop
the antibiotics from the milk? How long until we actually are able to start using it?
You know, that's something that's really frustrating to people, how long it takes and how much it costs.
Yeah, because it takes years and years and years.
Right.
Is that really necessary?
Well, the argument that most people make is that you want to be absolutely certain that this drug you develop only does what you expect it to do and nothing else. And that requires testing beginning with animals and then more complicated animals and then humans at several levels. And that's expensive work to do and it takes a long time.
But
it's safety mainly.
Right, but if you're talking about a life and death situation with someone, you would think, well, if this person is willing to try this, why not do it?
Yeah, well, it's it's part of medical ethics. The rule is first do no harm, and so medical researchers are very conservative about this.
Okay, but the bottom line is, we talk about extinction of animals and vegetation. We don't know what we're losing when something becomes extinct.
Boy, that's a really great observation.
It's so true.
Right.
And you hear people just, well, it's just a frog or it's just a bird. So what if it's extinct? It makes a great deal of difference because we don't know what we're losing, and once it's gone, it's gone.
There's a cornucopia of possible cures for things out there, as you say, in frogs and insects and plants. And every time we lose one, we lose some opportunities to do something good.
On the positive side, I read a couple of weeks ago that we discovered a new creature in the depths of the ocean that no one knew existed.
Yeah. We understand the bottom of the ocean much less well than we understand the surface of the moon. I mean, we really don't have any idea what's going on down there.
No, there were. Did you read that same story?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There was a fish that they had never seen before, a creature that they had no idea what it was, and it just happened to swim by the camera.
As a scientist, I find it very pleasing that we're still discovering new things. You hate to think it's all over and we know everything, but we're far from it.
Right. All right. If you want more information on any of these topics, Jack Schultz, the MU Bond Life Science Center, they can come by for tours.
Sure. Yeah,
okay.
Happy to have visitors.
So what's the web address to go to?
bondlsc.edu.
Okay. Jack Schultz, thank you so much for coming by.
Pleasure.
And you will come back again.
Sure.
And we will come up with some topic that will interest me, and I hope it interests our listeners.
Well, we have a good time anyway.
Yeah, we do. We have a wonderful time. Thank you, Josh.
Sure.
Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu, if there's something you'd like to hear. Bye-bye.